So this is vlog number 2, my second film study. On my second film study, I was shooting yesterday at the gym with a Fujifilm X-T4 16 millimeter prime lens at 200 frames per second, which is, for those that don't follow these things closely, digital cameras like the Fujifilm, can film at very high frame per second rates, and this allows you to slow down the film after you've shot it and have it run with pretty great clarity. So it produces really nice slow motion. So part of this was to just test the slow motion effect of a new camera, and part of it is also just exploring different ways to aesthetically capture Muay Thai in a different way. So from my perspective, I edited this material last night, did some color grading on it. It has 2 clips. The first clip's longer. I edited it to be warmer, richer colors, and then that was shot actually handheld. And then the second clip was shot with image stabilization within the camera, which kind of like takes out the jiggle. And I color graded that to something more muted and bluish. I don't know. One of the things that I really like about this little study piece is I really hate padwork porn. And I understand why it's out there, but these like really fast, powerful combinations on the pads that are largely memorized, explosive movements meant to kind of convey this beast mode fluency, when in fact these, I don't know, what you're really filming is the opposite of fighting fluency. So one of the things that I really like about this little film is it's anti-padwork porn, anti explosiveness. And I understand also that when you're like filming in Thailand, there's just incredible stuff happening in the gym, really explosive rhythmical Muay, even in the practice ring, and wanting to capture that really makes up the way that Muay Thai is represented. Definitely, this is part of the aesthetic of what one does when one captures Muay Thai. But what I really liked about the piece, especially when looking at it after a few times going over it, is that I'm filming in super slow motion, high frame rate, largely a static exercise, something that is meant to be still. And I really like that you're taking something that's static and slowing it down even further so that all the small movements come forward. So like Sylvie's block changes, like up top, the very like almost breathing sway of the handheld camera, all communicates this weird like life of training. That training isn't just like these explosive things, but it's also this patience and stillness. And one of the coolest things about Muay Thai, like Thailand's Muay Thai, is how much stillness it has in it. And that in even really rigorous training in Thai gyms, there's a lot of the like silence between notes. Like one thing about Diesel Noy in the gym was he made everyone very aware that training is really what happens between training, like when the round is over, or what you're doing on the bag between strikes. And so this little piece really like zooms in, well, not literally zooms in, but focuses in on that kind of weird silence that composes training. And then there's a very cool other dimension of it, which is it captures Sylvie and Kiro. For those that don't know, Kiro's a female fighter who's been at the gym now for, I don't know, 8 months or something. She's a huge fan of Sylvie, and she takes a lot of cues from Sylvie. Like, she's very attentive to what Sylvie's doing in subtle ways, and she picks up things like whoop or signals of intensity. And so you'll get Sylvie doing these static block. She did a technique vlog on static block training to improve her balance. This is just balance work. And Kiro just gets up in the ring and starts doing it with her. I don't think they've even had a conversation. And so the two of them doing this in a largely empty ring, it's not entirely empty, signals a very quiet friendship in Muay Thai that's just so not pad holding, explosive stuff. So it's a really beautiful capture. That it's something that women don't really get a lot of in Thailand, because a lot of times women are just in a male space, and it's the men that are bonding. Either two Thais are bonding, or a Farang comes in and kind of like gets folded into the fight culture because they're male. That camaraderie in this silence, there's like incredible silence and stillness in this little bit, captures this quiet solidarity between two female fighters that almost has to be super silent because of the nature of Thai fight culture. So I'm really happy with the second piece. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to be doing more of this stuff to complement what I'm doing on the still photography side. In still photography, I've worked a lot with black and white, in a style that I'm calling Muay Noir, bringing noir stylistic choices to Muay Thai capture. And then this one is, and then I most recently started doing something that I've been calling Titian palette, using yellow and greens, exploring color in that photography. And now this is a kind of third wave of where I'm trying to see about color grading and the use of slow motion to capture parts of Muay Thai that don't usually get put into the genre of Muay Thai depiction. One of the things I really love about still photography is that it causes you to stop and slow down something that is so inherently beautiful in its explosiveness, and to look around in the photographic frame. And I think also with slow motion videography, you can do the same kind of thing, and that's what's going on here. I developed a few stills also from them doing this, and you can see that on my Instagram. But this is a kind of videographic version of a still photograph, which is kind of cool. So thanks for everybody who supports Sylvie, and by extension me, and I hope you enjoy this thing.